And we are back, and I believe we are trying to do rocketry. So power-wise, my nuclear is doing a lot more than my steam, which is good. Well, they're both steam, but my nuclear steam is doing a lot more than my other things steam. Doesn't really matter what order we build any of this stuff in. Just as long as it eventually gets done. I'll research any of this stuff in. Oh, this has shut down because I have too much green stuff. What a problem to have. Excuse me. I think this would kind of be a self-solving problem because as I turn the light green into nuclear fuel, some dark green would begin to get on. So really, I am just grabbing massive amounts of light green that I don't particularly need, but they are resources, so I will stockpile them. And we might as well start maxing my nuclear fuel storage, because why not? So you need blue chips, you need blue chips. And blue chips are something I don't really have a lot of. Because you need green chips. That's a surprising thing to be short of. Green chips are making red chips. Oh yeah, I remember this now. So I was trying to work out, I can't really make any more green chips while I'm making green chips. So I'm going to make some in here, I believe. And then they are feeding that. So they will also. So these are full, so I can't put any more here, but I do need more on here anyway. So logistics bots will begin bringing green chips to these, and these will start making. I'll swap these to big grabbers. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to need a supply of green chips, of blue chips, because that's what my launch pad and landing pads needed. So we might as well get some of those there. And my logistics robots are emptying this very, very quickly. Oh, my batteries are... I'm not making enough batteries. That's an unusual one to not be making. Yeah. So we're going to get rid of you. We're going to copy you. And we'll get an extra... No, it's only another 2. We'll vertically flip that as well. And we'll properly line them up this time. So now we need sulfuric acid down here. And I don't know why you won't show that. Oh, it's because I've not put that one. I hadn't actually put down the bit that was... And I don't have enough copper plates in... I should have loads of copper plates in here. I think my logistics robots are just nicking them too quickly. Just in case. Oh, yeah, and then I actually need this bit to be providing them. So I do have a landing pad. Don't have a rocket silo yet. I'm going to get rid of that because that's the easiest way to stop more of them being made, because I only need that one there. So that was the landing pad. So we will pop you. Now this does... That can go there. Give it some power. And now we're going to get rid of those, which does give us a little bit of a bottleneck there, but satellites generate white science, so I need another science entry here. I think green science is going to need green chips somewhere along the way. Yeah, they need. Oh no, they got. I think it's. Oh, how do I not? How am I running out of steel again? I'm sure I was running out of steel a minute ago. Didn't I fix that last time? And this is why you always need to be sure you leave big gaps everywhere. I can get them in there. Oh, actually, can I just expand that one? I think partly I can just copy this. That should get me some more steel, some more iron plates, but I am then going to tap this for some more production. Or possibly that one might be easier to tap. So you need 48,000 bots, so we're definitely not doing you yet. It needs 200 processing units, so that's not that far off being done. Let's go look at my blue chips. Blue chips, blue chips. Well, my blue chips. They are all being fired now, which is good. Loads of sulfuric acid, so it's just a case of waiting for them now. And be careful you don't build too much at once with your construction bots, because everything will just kind of fall apart. And I'm only generating half the power I need to. Yeah, I do have loads of those, it's just, well, I don't actually have loads of those anymore. My Kovacs generators have been quite productive. But anyway. Definitely gave my construction robots too much to do. Nope. Must resist chopping down forests for more solar panels until robots are ready. 16 more green panels? Green panels? Blue chips? So I want to take this coal in priority to this one. So I have just shut this one off, I'm aware, but there we go. Once that's on, this should, yeah, so this is starting to back up now. So it's available if it's needed, but it's not the priority anymore. I'm not sure what ammunition artillery needs. I don't think it's just the basic cannon shells. Oh no, they do have artillery shells, so I do need explosive cannon shells. What do I need for explosive cannon shells? Nothing too complex. Artillery pretty much does what it says on the tin. The massive guns that blow up nests. Rather than having to go in close with these and kill them that way. How many construction bots? We've got 2,000 construction bots. What are they doing? Being lazy. And is that my rocket silo? That is my rocket silo. So we'll get rid of these. Because I'm just going to have one of these for now. And I don't want it to keep making them. My rocket silo need to build rocket parts, which needs blue chips, low density structures, and rocket fuel. And I'm sure it needs a load of solar panels as well. But oh, because I think I need to build 100 rocket parts, and then I build a satellite, maybe. What do the module do? I don't think the modules will help me here because they increase production and I only produce one at a time. Energy so it is just speed I'm going to have to do. I'm sure something needed solar panels for this. I'm probably going to find out in a bit. Blue chips, blue chips, blue chips. Just not really much more room for you, is there? But we'll survive. think I am going to have to increase my blue production somewhere. Well, I know I'm going to have to. I'm going to go and check my rails because it doesn't look like I'm getting a lot of stone still. But no, I'm getting. Oh, I think did I put another supply of stone in? I didn't just tack that on the end, did I? I had that joining halfway along. Yeah, that was joining over here. That's all good. Not getting enough copper plates. Don't think I can really add another one. Oh, it's because this is nicking them all. But I need this for other things. I am going to extend this line. I'll add another one of these. So they're shooting at my bots. Don't really care if they get shot down. I think he has range to get them. That's alright. So we're just waiting for these to do a clear out and then I'll start putting some iron, some shot iron and copper. There's something important needed batteries. Oh. So these aren't getting any resources because they were getting down, down and across. Now they're going to go across, down, down. You really do have to build these kind of not 5 at a time straight up to the front lines because they're building this front line one, but it's go, oh, it has power. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Oh, I've finished researching my artillery, so let's have a quick look at what that needs. Yeah, I should have plenty of all of that. We are going to limit my construction of that though, because I'll probably only need... I'm not sure what the range is. I don't think I've ever actually used artillery before. And then artillery shells. Might as well build them here. If memory serves, they are pretty dramatic, so you probably don't need a massive amount of them. But once you get to white science, you're just doing kind of infinite upgrades. So you make your energy weapons more damage higher, you make your physical damage higher, make your artillery shells longer range and shoot faster, and your mining productivity up. But not even launched one rocket yet, so definitely getting ahead of myself there. So they are dead. So we will copy. I've laid this out slightly differently. Or I've laid it out and then I've made changes, but that'll do for now. Oh, so some bad dudes somewhere snuck in around here, I think it was, snuck into my base, so I have had to eliminate them as a threat. Oh, those mines I just built. Ah, there we are. So these should fill up this belt, and then these will start filling up these boxes, and my logistics bots can then start picking up from that. It's not the cleanest way of doing it, but it'll do for now. That's actually definitely too much, so nope, because it's steel, not. So we will try and kill two birds with one stone with this. So we will fill in this, and once this is full we will also have a direct line. And let's try and do this here as well. Close enough. And stuff like this is generally called spaghetti, and spaghetti is bad. But you do what you've got to do, really. Preferably by not messing up silly things like that. Naturally, I'm gonna, if there's any overspill it can go in here, but these lines will actually fill up this first. No point making them any longer, these are already maxing out this red belt. No point making this line any longer, it doesn't have any material. So these weren't getting any iron ore, so I'm going to tap this belt and feed in that as well. So these ones are both feeding into here now as well, which is good. I'm going to give this line priority, so these will start to back up, but I've got loads and loads of room on here, so it doesn't really matter if they back up. You're not getting enough. So I'm going to have loads and loads of odd little resources of when I've picked up belts scattered around. So this can start requesting iron ore, and whenever they've got time, logistics bots will start clearing this little lost and found amounts that I'm never going to use. so I might as well get rid of it somehow. Oh, can I have more of you? I can have more of you. Why did I think they were maxed out? So one of these boxes can only hold, what's that? 5, 10, 16 artillery shells. And I do kind of want more than that. So 5 of them will get me up to 80 artillery shells, plus whatever's stored in here. So I do want more artillery shells than 0. You need 4 explosive shells every 15 seconds. You make 1 every 8 seconds. So actually I need a lot more of these, but it should be fine for now. And do I have an artillery piece? Nope, you still need red circuits. So let's go and just cannibalize my production line a little bit. Oh no, I've already got one of those. So you need green circuits. And this is why it's much more sensible to sort everything out properly. So think, right, to do this I need, well, let's pick an example. Yeah, so if you can see where it says total bar, so I know to make 1 big electric pole, I need 4 iron plates, 2 copper plates, and 5 steel bars. So I can then go and write it. So I need mines that will make me enough iron for that to make both the steel and the both the iron plates and the steel bars, and can kind of work it all back and make sure you have enough of everything all of the time. But the alternative is you just try and build too much of stuff and hope for the best. The bugs do have a bit of a reaction when you shoot at them with artillery, so it's best to make sure this is very well defended. And auto targeting is on, so it will just I have no idea what its range is though. I'm sure I thought it was massive. Oh yeah, so its range is all the way around here. That's definitely going to have some. Oh, that was my first one. You kind of need the nuclear artillery shells to be having much fun with this. But Nope, see, we have triggered a reaction. But mostly they will just run into your guns. So I definitely need more artillery shell storage capacity. Or production capacity as well. But they are handy for getting rid of bugs in general. And we are out of blue science. Anything not need blue science? No, everything needs blue science. It's just really the black science that a few things don't need. You're not getting any ore. Not really much I can do about that at this point in the game, but my blue science doesn't have any red chips, and my red chips don't have any green chips. So I think I do need to start building some of these properly. I'm just not sure if an hour into the game is when I can be bothered doing it. Loads more green science, so I can have a couple more nuclear reactors. Well, I can have a lot more nuclear reactors if I want to. So now this one we should be doing 80. But I'm sure this one should be doing 120 because it's got one on either side of it. But maybe it's because this one isn't lit yet. Once this one gets some fuel, it'll be going. Maxed out on nuclear fuel, that's always a good sign. Yep, so that one's now outputting 120 megawatts. So this has just increased my power output by 120 megawatts because we're 80 off that and another 40 off that. Which I bet means I'm going to need a lot more of these. So I can't go over them, but I can go next to them. So they have all got I don't think this is going to work, but I'm interested to try. Heat pump, heat pipes, there you are. So that kind of had the opposite effect because my coal steam engines are now doing more power. Oh no, they're not. Really needs to just stick with one colour scheme on this. Oh yeah, my steam engines are definitely in the lead. Ah, so I think because I built so much at once, my temperature dropped. So it's got to warm up all of these all of these. And I'm still convinced that there is a limit to how fast temperature can travel through the heat pipes. So I'm still massively short on blue chips. So I'm going to have to build a dedicated blue chip factory space. So as soon as daylight comes and my solar kicks into gear, which is nowish, I'm going to clear a massive area. And on the understanding that if in doubt, build more nuclear reactors. Makes sense. Then I'm going to build another one. So that should be another 120 megawatts. So my artillery piece has cleared most of the bugs nests in here. Probably doesn't have the range for that one, so that'll be the next one to go once I build another artillery shell. So, blue science, blue science, blue science. I need lots of blue science. Oh, hello to you. Ah, so it's explosives I'm running out of. Because I'm running out of coal. I just remember I switched you off last time. I thought, oh, I won't need that. We'll be pinching off this one really, but I think I've broken my coal power somehow. Oh, it's just taking a really long time to heat up all of these. Taking a really long time to heat up all of these. So I did kind of break my coal power. So explosives take 4 seconds. Cannons take 8 seconds. I need 2. So that matches up. But artillery needs 16 explosives every 15 seconds. So I need a lot more explosives than I've got. But alright, so my reactors are hot. You're hot. You're getting hot. You're getting hot, but very slowly. So that is it. I think the problem is just my heat pipes don't transfer heat quickly enough. I mean, wasting nuclear fuel isn't really an issue. I've got, well, I've got a lot of nuclear fuel. But still, I'd prefer not to be messy. My steam engine, yeah, my nuclear fuel is improving. I mean, I think the way you're supposed to do it is you have your 4 reactors in a square, and then you have these on all 4 sides of the square, which can be my next adventure after I start making a lot of blue circuits. I think that's added a single blue circuit in the past half hour. So that's going to be my next problem I've got to solve is blue circuits, which need green and red. So let's work this out. Every 10 seconds I need 20 green circuits and 2 red. So I need 2 green circuits a second. But every 12, so do I have a... don't think I've got a pen to write any of this down. What we're going to do is we are going to waste a huge amount of water and electricity, and we're going to ask ChatGPT what the proper ratios are. Because I could have done it in my head, or could have done it on Excel, but so you're still not at 1,000, so you're not wasting any heat yet. You are climbing, but it is getting to night, so I think this will just about hold it. So ChatGPT reckons 8, 10 and 24. So I will accept that as gospel. Nope, you are too close. So the clever amongst you might be wondering why I've only done 12, and that is because I'm going to split this and do 2 6s. Yes, I am going to need a massive set of copper ones as well, but So this time we're going to rotate rather than vertically flip. So now we're going to need 10 of these for red circuits. And again, we'll flip this and we'll do a 5 and a 5. Sometimes I do think this game would be a lot easier with grid lines. And now we will need 8 for my blues. These numbers don't feel right, but that is just a guess on my part. And I need to move these because I need pipe access. And you will need some power. Okay. And I think nope, because these don't have any of their other grabby thingies. Vertically flip that. Pop that in. And then if we copy all that, we're going to rotate it twice. So now I need a load of copper wire. Yeah, absolutely loads of it. You need 3 every half a second. So you need 24 of them. So you need 6 a second. So you need 6 24s. This is 120, 144. Can't be right. So let's copy you. I can get you in there. As a bit of a random, I might shall leave myself enough room. Perfect. You want copper wire, copper wire. There you are. Oh, so that can't put that down because someone's got to come and pick that up first. Let's copy all of that, rotate it twice, and pop it down there. And then I am not convinced that this is correct, but we are going to build a lot of these. So I don't have enough copper to fill all of these, so I'm going to go find a copper mine somewhere. That's a ridiculously small amount to be harvesting, but I don't think I'm going to have much of a choice. And that would be a more useful one to be harvesting, but excuse me. So let's go and steal a blueprint. So this is definitely going to be far too many for these to keep up with, but that one, and because you're just those, you can just go and do that one. And I'll need thingy-majiggy to make them get some power. No, to use the right number of, to use both sides of the lane. Vertically flip that. So we'll give all of them power, and then we'll run all of these down. Oh, that's because you're going to the wrong place. So I'll rotate that twice to get that around there. Bring this one over the top. And then this one can join here. Nope, that's the wrong one again. So I probably could have pushed this one in, but never mind. Oh, I've just been absolutely useless today. Oh, no, you do need to be there. And any spare copper ore we've got will get popped onto the end of this belt. In theory. Because I've got them sharing these the ore lines, it's just completely thrown me. Because normally the one that's in the middle of two of them is a copper output, but this one it's an ore line, and it's just completely ruined me. So that one can go straight into there. So this is going to be all limited. So eventually this should clear itself, hopefully. Yeah, so I definitely think this is a lot more copper wire than I needed, because there's 300, 400, 800. But too much copper wire isn't really a problem. Sulfuric acid is full. Good. You've got a load of empty barrels, so I don't think I've got an empty barrel shortage. Good. You still only got 8 of those. But I do have 2,300 in storage, so that is just a timing issue. Once something gets round to it, that'll be fine. Oh, they are at 1,000, so they are overheat. Oh, they're not overheating, but they're wasting fuel. But these aren't at temperature yet, so I think it is just my heat pipes aren't quick enough. But oh, no, they get very close, but they're not actually hitting 1,000. Yeah, I'm going to guess that somewhere in the background of the game there is a, I want to say fluid dynamics, but that's not right. What does temperature coefficient of heat transfer? That can't be the right terminology. In there somewhere. But that is fantastic. Yeah, so my steam engines are way down at the bottom, whereas my steam turbines are going for it. And my solar panels are 315 megawatts. 315 watts. I wonder what an M is in this case. Must be megawatts. My blue ones are absolutely going for it. That is always a good sign. The logistics bots, I do have 200 sat around not doing anything, so there's no point. Well, I am building some more with them, but it can't be rushed. And you still only have 8 of those, but you're. Oh, it's because you're full. So this one is just going to request blue chips. This one is just going to request rocket fuel. And this one is just going to request low density structures. Yeah, there's definitely something else that's going to pop out and say, oh, you didn't think of this in a minute. So now I need low density structures. What is happening with my low density structures? I bet they are only being made in one little factory up at the top. I'm not tapping production line for them. So I'm going to start. I'll probably run out, but So loads of copper. I've got some plastic, and was the other one steel bars? Yeah, steel, which I've got loads of as well. So no big concerns about them at the moment. I'm sure I built an artillery piece somewhere. Yeah, here. Nuclear fuel is good. Reactors are almost wasting heat, but not quite. Definitely have a lot more of them than I needed. So where is my blue science? You're missing reds. But you're missing greens. Now, using bots to feed belts is a little bit silly, but it gets the job done. So I think it looks like you need 200 rocket parts to launch a rocket. So we'd need 2,000 low density structures, which is quite a lot. Can I make them in their own dedicated factory somewhere? Copper, steel and plastic. How is my plastic doing? Don't have a lot of plastic left over. You are nearly out of. Oh, I've got a load of light fuel, which is making my rocket fuel. So I think I'm going to break my light fuel into petroleum gas. So we'll get rid of that. So I've got some room. Put a couple of them down just to make sure I'm not leaving myself open to attack. We've got light fuel and gas. So I think we need a chemical plant that has access to light fuel. Nope. It's a chemical plant. I think I called the other one a chemical plant, but this one is the actual chemical plant. I'm going to crack light oil into petroleum gas, which annoyingly needs water. So do I have any water over here? And I've accidentally de-energized my factory. So because my light oil tanks are basically full, yeah, it's stopping the production of everything else until my light oil is needed. So I'm going to crack that into gas. My lubricant is basically full, but that is an ending in itself. I don't need that for anything else. I am going to use that as an excuse to make a load more blues though. This is mine. Oh, so this is getting rid of my excess coal. Not excess coal, my excess iron, which is good. These are hugely overspec, but will live. And then all of my extra iron plates are getting grabbed and turned into copper wire. Lots and lots of copper wire. To build another artillery piece somewhere. Not sure if I did, so. That one hopefully will clear all of these. And I will need to start getting rid of these before they go over the top and start attacking me from all sides, because I don't really have the defensive layout for that. And one of the good things about this game is once you're at this stage, you can just wander a few squares over here and just build an entirely new base from scratch that's properly laid out and does everything you need it to do. But who am I kidding? We are going to make lots of little messy changes and end up with a plate of spaghetti. Did I say I was going to give up an hour ago? I think I did. So yeah, we've got 17,000 steam saved, so that's good. So we're saving a lot of steam during the day, and then overnight all of these will burst into life once my solar power goes down. So these are working, and they work like cheap batteries really, which is cool. And I have a rocket. So I need a satellite. Oh, which I do have. Yeah, so satellites need blue chips, low density structures, rocket fuel, solar panels, batteries, and radar. So let's grab a requester. And a thingy. And you are going to request satellites. So my rocket will launch a satellite into space. And that won't really, but that will send a message for someone to come and rescue me from this godforsaken planet. Yay! And that is it. So the satellite comes back from space with 1,000 white sciences. So I've still got all this stuff to research, including the Spidertron, which I don't think I've ever used that, you know. But so my white science is making it all the way down here. But it's rather annoyingly blue science that I don't have. So you can request stone just to get it out of my logistics network when it doesn't need to be there. So I've nearly got another rocket ready to go. But not going to build any more satellites. well, I'm just going to have one ready to go. Otherwise, it'll waste all my resources building thousands of them. And I don't want that to happen. So yeah, that is Factorio. So there's not really an end point. You can keep playing forever. It's just that is sort of officially the point of the game, to launch something into space and get someone to come and rescue you. And then that's kind of it. You can do what you want past that point. You can just spend your time waging war against the bugs. You can try and not antagonize the bugs. So build lots of trees and all that. I've not even used blue belts, which is quite unusual for me on this run through. So I don't have enough water to keep cracking at the speed I am. And I have just spotted I did have some water already up here, but this one didn't have it. Oh yeah, this one had a tank. So I could have, and I will, go and steal that. So we've got this full, well, 15,000 water in here. Oh, that's per tank as well. Why did I think that was... Yeah. Whoops. So it is still light oil that's causing me problems. Are you... Because you don't have enough water. But once that's on there, that should sort itself. Yep, so they'll be pumping out gas now, non-stop. And slowly draining this tank of light oil. Yeah, so I do empty this before the next lot's ready to be made, which is always a good sign. I don't think I've got enough empty barrels. I don't think it's causing me problems, but I do think I have run out of them. So my blue doesn't have enough reds. And these reds don't have enough greens. I'm going to get rid of that, because what can kind of happen is I don't think I've done it in this game, but I have had kind of a red one here, making a kind of stealing some from this belt, and then had a blue one at the end of the belt putting them on, and there was just a logistics robot picking them up here, dropping them there, waiting for them to run along the belt and be picked up, and then running back with them. So it was just a bit of a circular. So I think I am going to start a new game, but I'm going to change my mods a little bit. So I'm going to have even longer ranged guns. Because I kind of want to annoy the bugs unnecessarily. So I think my machine guns are like range 36, but if I pop that up to 100, these guns, let's clear everything. Those guns will probably not going to be annoying him, but that's because we've got an artillery piece here that wiped all them out. So these guns will be constantly inflicting casualties on these and forwarding attacks. So I just think that's a bit more fun. So this one might even be picking fights with kind of these over here, which I think leads to a more exciting game. But as I do say often, this is just the way I play. Feel free to play your own way. What are you? How am I out of steel? So I think the first time I did complete this game, the first thing I did was I built 4 sets of 48 or possibly 72 iron plate foundries, and then 4 sets of 72 copper plate foundries. Just so I was starting off with 4 maxed belts for everything, which was a incredibly stupid thing to do. I think I had to turn the bugs off to get them to leave me alone long enough to be able to do that. But yeah, such was the game. So yeah, this is me playing Factorio. I think I'm going to call it now. If I do this again, I'll restart the numbers from 1, and yeah, well, we'll see how things go. Good day all.